think this is either Rupert Murdoch's last hurrah or perhaps his swan song. He wanted to be, he's a newspaper publisher at heart. That's always what he's loved to do. He's spent his whole life building newspapers, and he wants to be the one who puts the first iPaper in the digital universe. But who needs it?
Quite a call, wasn't it, by Porter Bibb, managing partner of Mediatech Capital and a longtime media investment banker. He said that yesterday right here on the Inside Track, and then went to the launch of the Daily. Porter is back with us on the phone this morning to talk about the Daily and whether Mr. Murdoch's presentation changed his mind at all. Porter, what did you think?
Well, I think that Apple has made a major effort to try to seduce print publishers onto the iPad. The Daily that News Corp and Rupert Murdoch are putting together is a very modest effort. It's not the cataclysmic game changer that Rupert talked about during the launch presentation, but it is a very fascinating, very interesting exposure of what the capabilities of the iPad and, more importantly, the tablet as a device can do for print media.
Okay, so, was there anything that you saw yesterday or heard yesterday from Rupert Murdoch that in any way changed your mind? Was it better than you expected? Did you see some things you didn't think would be there?
No, he has leaked, or the Daily has leaked all of the bells and whistles, the 360-degree pictures, the fact that they've got some name writers working for the Daily, but there are literally 1,000 other media content products out there that are doing the same thing. His cover story yesterday at the launch was the turmoil in the streets of Cairo, and there were at least 100 places where you could get deeper, richer, and much more relevant coverage than the Daily was offering. It's got a very limited budget. He claims he spent only $30 million, but insiders say it's closer to 50 to put the thing together. But he's got no bureaus. He's got 90 editorial people and 10 techies putting the thing together, and it's probably not even in terms of an editorial product on the level of the Huffington Post.
Okay, but surely Rupert Murdoch isn't going to stop there. He'll hire more people. He'll dedicate more resources to it. It may only be this small of an operation by your estimation now, but several months from now it could be considerably larger. No?
Well, several months from now, there are going to be several dozen tablet devices that are not operating under the strictures of Apple, and that's where the major media publishers, major print publishers, the New York Times, the Time Warner, Time Inc. magazines, and the Hearst magazines, are going to suddenly blossom and have the same capabilities and much deeper resources than the Daily will ever have. Murdoch's history in the digital universe is not great. He's stuck with MySpace right now and is trying to sell it or figure out how to stem the losses. He has not really shown a whole lot of initiative in capturing the digital potential of
Porter,
content.
Porter, okay, so that's the Rupert Murdoch side of the story. What about the Apple side of the story? Do you think that anyone out there saw enough in this launch of the Daily yesterday to make something of Steve Jobs' effort to break into digital news?
Well, I think what he did was Apple reinforced the anxieties and the concerns that print media publishers have. They don't want to share the revenue with Apple the way News Corp is doing. They don't want to operate without having subscriber data that Apple will not share with them. And as I said, there's going to be a proliferation of tablet devices hitting the market very soon that won't have those constraints. And I think that you're going to see News Corp and the Daily as probably the only viable product that Apple on the iPad continues with.
Not a ringing endorsement. Porter, thanks so much. Porter Bibb, the managing partner at Mediatech Capital, talking to us about Rupert Murdoch's The Daily.